wrap matters football, Nairobi United are making their debut in the African Continental Football, the CAF Confederations Cup to be precise. They are away in the DR Congo, but fell 0-3. And of course, the inexperience did count in that contest. But how far can they go in the group stages with the quarters? Tickets are up for grabs. Wakili, I want you to chime in on this. 3-0 defeats in DR Congo.
Probably. Was it Morocco?
Morocco, it was
sorry, Morocco.
They were playing wider deserve, Morocco-based team. Not a very bad result.
Not
you
bad.
know, the problem with football...
3-0, not a bad result?
Not bad, as
I'll explain.
compared to Gor Mahia, who lost 7 in the same country.
Tunisia.
No. They were beaten by
It's still in
Berkane.
Gor Mahia have been beaten in all sides in North Africa.
Yeah.
Sometimes in Egypt,
The latest, they were beaten 7-1 in Berkane, Morocco.
That was aggregate, huh? Is it?
Yeah. So,
I think I covered that game.
Yes.
I covered that game. It was called the infamous trip by Kogalo.
Yeah.
And this is what happened, because I remember Francis Kahata and the likes. It was a star-started squad, if I would call it. And actually, what happened, Gor's lack of proper plan in the boardroom, as we've always said. So these guys, to begin with, they went to collect their visas. Actually, the day they were supposed to travel, they had not gone even to the embassy here in Nairobi to get their visas. Now, getting the ticket was also a problem, rather than booking the plane ticket. Then when they landed in Doha, they had the layover there was over 15 hours, over 20 hours actually. And Francis Kahatas and the likes were actually pictured sleeping at the airport. Then now, match D-Day, I remember match D-Day, actually club president Ambrose Rachir and another official were the first to arrive in Bekan. That's a city near the sea, the ocean. And actually, I was in the same hotel with the team. And when Rachir came, actually, I went straight to his hotel room to try and find out what had transpired. And he quickly opened up because there was literally fire in Kenya on social media. The Gor Mahia nation were really, really angry. Then now, come match D-Day, and we were in the hotel lobby about to leave for the match venue, which was around 30 kilometers from where the hotel is located. And they say a short prayer, and we had 7 players, and most of these 7 players were what you call bench players or reserve players. And with that short prayer, we boarded the bus and went to Bekan for the match. Now, the rest of the squad had landed in Casablanca. Now, from Casablanca to Bekan, there's a road trip almost from Mombasa to Nairobi. And they're coming to another match. They arrived at the match venue 25 minutes to kick off. That's the rest of the 18 players. 25 minutes to kick off. Back then, the head coach was Hassan Oktay, the TAC. Yeah. And immediately they got into the match venue. They were taken to the changing room, and I was there with them. I was just observing the shenanigans. And it was physiotherapy and all that, trying to get these players fit. After 8 or 9 hour bus trip, and you want to play a football match for 90 minutes, that was actually, I think, the hallmark of the disorganization at Gor Mahia. And they went into that game, and the stadium in Bekan is more or less like Nyayo, a modest 15,000-seater, but of course with the changing rooms, the showers and all that, the seats, it's better organized and better structured than Nyayo. And 10 minutes or 15 minutes so into the game, Kogalo had conceded. And there were a lot of hopes going into that game that probably Gor can actually now go to the group stages. And that's how they capitulated. Not because the playing unit was poor or the philosophy. Actually, I have very, very high regard for Coach Hassan Oktay. I think it's somebody who could have really changed Gor Mahia. He had the vision and a very, very thorough coach.
From that story, now, I think we should give flowers to the Ministry of
That's why we are saying. That's why we are saying Nairobi United really tried away, and this is a club. This is a team that played in the World Club. Remember?
Yes.
Yes, it played in the World Club. Nairobi United, they really tried. 3-0 in Morocco.
So I was I was the one who was.
Yes. So you are right.
So, you know, Gor Mahia is a team which attracts a lot of fanatism and also criticism with equal measure. And long days when I used to be a fan, I used to make some silly jokes.
You used to be a fan of Gor?
No, just a vocal fan on social media. I used to make some, I was part of the contingent of fans who would make jokes on Gor Mahia, saying that Gor Mahia mnaibisha nchi. And Gor Mahia's fans would always rebut and say, now sahi tuaibisha nchi. Acha timu nyingine yaibisha nchi.
But a quick one, Wakili.
It's not Gor Mahia.
With this defeat, do you think Nairobi United can turn it around?
You know, when I was watching the match, there are some chances which Nairobi United openly blasted. Had they utilized the chances, then we would be talking something else. If Nairobi United can display the same quality of football, but now this time round they should not concede, they can turn around things. All hope is not lost. That is much I can say for Nairobi United. But this is a team which is barely, it's not barely 6 months into the Kenyan Premier League. And now, again, despite them flying high the country's flag, from where I see it, I will say this, I would allow Nairobi United to make as many mistakes as they can.
Yes.
Yeah, because they're small boys. I mean, they're not even infants. They're still at the zygotic stage of intercontinental football. So they should be allowed to make as many mistakes, if only the mistakes are going to be a lesson for them. And I hope so.
Is it a final thoughts before we go for the break?
I think it's a group. They're in the group stage, and this is their first test where they were away in Morocco. And you know how these teams in Morocco and Tunisia they always do to East African or maybe even West Africans. So it's away and getting only 3-0 from that. That is a like we need to give Nairobi United a plus. And then, of course, on 30th, they will be at Kasarani this weekend. Actually, people should come and support because did you see how the Wydada's fans were full in the studio, in the stadium, sorry. So as we support Nairobi United, I will let us put aside that mimi ni wa Gor Mahia, mimi ni wa FC Leopards.
They are now representing the flag.
They're all representing the flag. Let us go and support Nairobi United. On 30th at Kasarani, I will be there actually to support them. That will be on Sunday. I'll be there supporting them. So I know I'll be there with Shtera, Wakili will be there. So we'll be there. Let's go and support Nairobi United because let be the 12th man in this as supporting Nairobi United.
But to also come and support Kenya Police. We are playing Shabana on 29th.
No. You have to show us your strength and muscle.
And of course,
at the international level.
Okay. That's the submission of Steve Shetera, Wakili, Japheth Munyento, and Ziti Jimoi. We want to take a brief commercial break, but remember, to our question of the day, we are asking you, which team do you think will win the Kenyan Premier League title 2025-2026 season? We take the break, but when we return, we're gonna sample some of your thoughts. But remember, we have lots lined up, including we'll go all the way to Tokyo, Japan. How is Team Kenya faring in the Deaf Olympics? Not to forget, is the man a hat-trick in the North London Derby? That's coming shortly. Stay tuned.